Once we have our font chosen and our size chosen, then we kind of have to make a choice. We can cut the letters out individually, so this X will be all by itself and this T will be all by itself, or we can weld our words together so we'll cut an entire word together. I'm going to show you how to weld it together. If you're just going to cut it out, you would just simply go to Go and follow the same process you did for the octagon. If you're going to weld it, then we need to go through a slightly different process. I'm actually going to choose a slightly, well, this font will work. We can go to layers. You see how it has pink in here? So that's a whole nother layer that sits behind the letter. So you'll actually cut this out twice, once in pink and once in blue. If you go to layers, it'll give you the option of, do you just want to cut out the white so you can hide it from your view? So it'll actually cut holes in it. Or you can just hide the blue, so it'll just be big blocky letters. And I just want big blocky letters in this case. So now we can go back to Edit, select our text, and you're going to come over here and choose where you have the two letters split apart, and it'll pop up and say Isolate Letters, and you want to select Isolate Letters. This will make each individual letter its own thing. So now we can actually move the letters close to each other and make it so we can weld it. So all we do here is we select our letter. I'm going to start with the O. And you just use the arrow keys on your computer and you just tab them over just until they touch and there's not any white between the two of them. So they're a little tiny bit overlapping. And you'll do it again there. That might be a little more than I want. See, it's still overlapping a little bit here. So then once you know that it's overlapping, you can use the Control key, hold it down, and you have to select each letter. Now, if I were to select a letter and then jump like you would in a Word document and select, it'll look all selected, but this O is really left out because it was never selected. So you actually have to touch every single letter to make sure. So once it's all selected, you're going to go back over here into your editing screen, and you're going to go over to Layers, and then you have a weld option, and go ahead and select the weld option and it will weld it. Now that it's welded, I can move the whole word as a single entity. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with the other two words, and then we'll be ready to print. Once I have all my words welded, you can see that they're all welded now. We're ready to cut, so we're going to put our paper on our mat following the same process we did with our red paper for our octagon. Load it into our machine. You'll hear it go here in just a second. Here it is. And we are going to click on Go. Make sure that it all looks right. Looks like it's going to be good. Go ahead and click Go again. Make sure that it's set on cardstock. There it is, cardstock. And now we are ready to go. So we're going to cut it out. We'll see how it looks.